I always love to hear the story of how did you guys get into your first deal. So can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I think
Yeah,
that
great.
gives us it gives the people watching kind of a feel for how you kept your eyes and ears open to come into the first transaction.
Okay, so my first deal when I got into it was more on a flip. So it started with a flip. It was back in 2012. So it was about 11 years ago, give or take.
Was it a foreclosure?
It was no, it wasn't a foreclosure. Actually, this one wasn't. What this one was, it was an older owner who had the parent had passed away. They had it vacant for like 4 or 5 years, and I ended up purchasing it for $25,000. It was a small Georgian. It was a 2-bedroom. One of the mistakes that I learned from it was I was doing a lot of research on fix and flip. At that time, you had a flip this house on HGTV, which is like, hey, I'm watching it. I'm excited. So I said, you know what? I got $25,000 cash to purchase, this property, and I have money to go ahead and put it together. I do have, obviously, because I'm in the roofing business, I do have a background in construction, so I know what the cost would be more or less. Mm-hmm. With that given, my thing is I knew that 3 bedrooms sold for a lot more than 2 bedrooms. So I figured I'm going to add a bedroom in the basement. Well, I was completely mistaken. I put the property up on the market for 149. I had about 30 grand in it. So I didn't have a whole lot of money that I invested in the rehab was 30,000. With that said, what I ended up doing is when I put it on the market as a 3-bedroom, you can't count any bedroom that's below grade in the basement does not count as a bedroom, and homeowners don't want that. So it's got to be above first or second floor. Mm-hmm. So I had it on the market with an agent for about 3-4 months, and she didn't know how to communicate with me and letting me know that the reason why we weren't getting any offers, but we were getting a few viewings was because of that. So what ended up happening is fast forward about 6 months later, a year later, give or take, we ended up selling the property for 109. When we sold the property for 109, that's when I learned that I need 3 bedrooms, not 2 bedrooms. So there's got to be a potential for me to add a 3rd bedroom if I pick up a 2-bedroom, either on the first or the second floor or the attic. If not, it's not worth buying.
Gotcha. So you had 55 into it. You sold it for 109. It took you about 3 or 4 months to do that. You still walked away with, you still made money on that deal.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't lose. I learned from it more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all a learning process.